Are you wondering how to add the basic effects on text in Photoshop? Well, do not worry guys, because my name is David and today I will show you all the basic effects that you have available in Photoshop. Also, I will show you how to apply one manually, and it's pretty cool in my opinion. You can like make the text 3D, but I'll show you that as a last effect at the end of this video. So let's get started. What do I have here? I have two images. We have one black, one white, and a text. What matters the most is the text. Let's make it bigger. Just in case if you are wondering how to add a text in Photoshop, you'll have to press the letter T as in Thomas, then click and you can type something. This is how to add a text. Let's delete that, it's not needed. This is how I added this one. So make sure that the text is selected and you will find here FX, and let's choose one as an example, drop shadow. Yeah, it applied already, a drop shadow, and the menu with all the effects are is open, but only the drop shadow is marked as I selected that one. And from here you can play with it. I don't recommend to make it bigger, or I don't know, it depends now on the project that you have. This is how to add the drop shadow. You can play with all this and also the distance. It looks now as a 3D text, but the one I am looking for is much different. I mean the one from the last. This is how to add the drop shadow. Also you can play with the noise if you want, but in my opinion let it be at 0. What's the benefit of adding a drop shadow? The text become more readable. Now the next effect, the outer glow, will help you when the background is darker. Let's apply that. These are my basic settings which I'm using. Sometimes you can copy them if you want, but you have to know that all the time I'm modifying them. Here is the color. I will let it be white, and you can play with the size, also with the spread. Don't go too crazy with that. I will let it be something like that. And as an example, let's just make this decrease the size. Now it's much better. This is about the outer glow. You can play with the noise as it's with the drop shadow, but it's horrible in my opinion. Don't use that. Or the opacity of the outer glow, but if you're using outer glow, I will let it be at maximum at 100%. You can add a pattern. This is the one that Photoshop has already, but you can change it to what else is here, like trees, some textures, grass, or water. We have also water here, and you can scale the basic image that it's selected, and also you can select the opacity. We also have a gradient. If you are willing to use one, I'll recommend you adding some more vibrant colors. You can select this one here. Let's make it a light red, and let's also change the one from the right. Let's make it green. If you want to make it even more complicated, you can go with the noise, but no, I'll recommend you going solid if you are a beginner. And that's pretty much it. Let's press on OK, and you can also change the scale. You can see it's like the opposite of the opacity. It's becoming interesting. I will keep my something around here, and also if this is helping, you can change the angle. The gradient will be the same, but we can change the angle and the opacity also. Now I don't really play with the rest. The one that matters the most are also the ones from the top. Let's select this will give you it a very small contrast, and the texture is the one I'm using the most. I mean, this is the basic texture. Let's go depth and increase the scale just a bit, something around that. And now let's increase the depth, and it's like a text you have on a wall, like a graffiti. Not really, but it's interesting to use. I'm using that often. Or the stroke is kind of similar to the drop shadow, but it's different. It will make it more readable. Don't go too crazy with that, just something like that to make you an idea. And look at this side, or where the background is white, and you can change the opacity. It will make it more readable. You can play with all this, but I showed you the effects that I'm using the most. Now, as I promised you, let me show you how to create a 3D text. Let me create one from scratch. Let's name it 3D text, and Control and Enter. And with the move tool, I will put it, I don't know, let's make it smaller to 600. Now let's make it bigger to 800. You have to add first a basic drop shadow. Okay, let's decrease the size, and that's perfect. Now I want to zoom it a bit. What we have to do, we have to copy the text. So let's hold Alt and also hold click when you have the cursor above the text. So I'm holding all this time, and also left click, and I just take that text and copy that. And what do I have to do with this text? I'm using the same color that the first text have, and let's make it a little bit, give it a more vibrant color. This will do it. Put it right back. Let's zoom it a little bit more, and you can drag it just a little bit to the right, and we add the effect of a 3D text. You can go something like that, or here, or here. So that was the tutorial how to use the most basic effects on a text in Photoshop. I really hope I was being helpful with this tutorial. If I helped you, don't forget to smash up the like button, and yeah, of course, why not leave any questions in the comment section if you have any, and I'll try to get to you as soon as possible. Please have a great day.